Welcome back.
We're not iPadding. You don't need an iPad anymore?
No iPad.
No
we're
iPad.
Going raw dog.
So we're back at home today.
We're back, baby. We moved it to the house. The house
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Must Be Nice podcast episode 4 or 5 TBD.
I think it's 5.
Episode Where the Hell is Katy been? That's what it's called. First off, welcome back.
Thank you. Did you miss? You did.
I missed you. They missed you. The dogs missed you. We all missed you.
Yeah,
you were missed. Heavily
I was
missed. Katy took 10 days to herself.
I did.
Right?
Yeah.
You went to the Bay Area for
a
little bit.
And what is it? Investing in myself. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
That was in podcast episode number 1.
You actually did it.
Which was on my channel.
You put it into practice.
I put it into practice. I felt guilty before I left.
But how do you feel now?
Not guilty. I felt a little guilty watching your story.
Okay, yeah. So if you guys saw my stories, I kind of lost
I
it.
felt a little guilty knowing what you were going through while I was gone, but I also felt like I did the best I could to prepare for that absence.
You did fine. It's just a table. So the reason we're here right now is because our office is in the middle of construction.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't want you guys to be hearing drills and, people.
Yeah. Now you just get tree trimmers.
Yeah. Now it's a little bit more serene and tree trimmery.
There's a lot of local tree trimming going on right now.
Yes.
Which I think is good.
It's cute. Royalty-free tree trimmers.
Royalty-free.
Are
you building up your sound bank as we speak?
Yep.
Yeah.
So today's video, we're kind of just talking about where it is that you went. Tell me about how you feel.
Yeah.
I feel like some people might be feeling the same things that you were feeling, and maybe they need a little bit of break. I feel like everybody's maybe stressed out. I feel like it's a theme going on in life right now.
It's a theme. I think it's always been a theme, but I think people are just talking about it now.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. I always go back and forth between are you sharing too much?
I
think
it's healthy to share this side of it, because I think Instagram and YouTube is you prepackage the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the vlogs are the best moments from a trip, and it's it's a little unrealistic if you don't show that, hey, sometimes my life is stressful. Sometimes, I'm tired. I'm going through it. Sometimes I'm
going through it. Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy to share that. I think because that's, there's probably a lot of people that relate to that as well, I think.
So I was gone it was a long time. It was a minute that I was gone. And I had no phone, no connection to the outside world. And it was basically like a self-discovery type of retreat where you dig deep and you become...
What was that? A
turbine?
Like a wind turbine engine?
Why did it sound so close? I don't even think it was outside. What? So it was like a self-discovery retreat. It's kind of where you go if you're feeling stuck somewhere.
I think it's hard to actually analyze what's going on if you're in it still.
If you're in it, yeah.
You have to take a little break, whether it's a vacation or a self-help thing or talking to somebody.
Exactly. And I've never done any type of therapy before. Have you ever done therapy?
Once for...
Really?
Yeah, I did once.
So I've never done that before, and I think I think it's pretty obvious. A lot of people know it's hard for me to express my feelings. It makes me uncomfortable.
I think that's normal.
I feel like that's especially doing it online, it's on another level than just doing it to another person.
I think it's hard for you to express your maybe sad feelings.
Yeah.
But you're good to share when you like dogs. It's not all feelings.
Yeah, not all feelings, but so it was a week of deep digging into some shit that you don't even know is there.
So it being I've heard it referred to as a digital detox, where you get rid of your phones and stuff. That's a side effect of it. That's not the point. You didn't go to get rid of your phone.
I didn't go for that, but it was definitely we were talking about it, you and I, and it was if that is the only thing I get out of this, it would be worth it.
For sure.
And which I think it was. I didn't realize how much when I disconnected myself from everything, I didn't have TV, music, news.
Yeah.
What's weird is I think that was my favorite one.
News.
The news. TV, news, music, and we were in this beautiful place that was kind of surrounded by mountains. So I actually didn't even see any planes or cars because it was kind of in a secluded area.
Yeah.
So I didn't even get any outside noise. And I think I didn't realize how much when you're so connected every single day that you're around so much noise that you don't have any space left for anything else.
Yeah.
So I was able to disconnect from all of that and open up space to if I was sad about something, figure out maybe why I was sad about it. But I would never take the time and actually be in my own thoughts long enough to do that. So that was really interesting to me. And I still haven't looked at the news yet since.
Do you think that, okay, I like what you're going with.
Yeah.
Do you think that was enough time?
I think it's going to take a lot of practice.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like, oh my God,
I'm all 100% cured.
like, call me,
Yeah.
I'll fix you, you know?
Yeah.
But I think
I'm available.
I'm here, but I feel like I do have a lot more awareness now, like more than I had before. And I think I was able, like, I didn't know how, like, certain things that I had that I held on to a lot of anger. Because I always thought of myself as somebody that doesn't get angry. Like,
I thought the same.
I thought that was like, it was like my thing, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't get
Feel
angry. I feel nothing. But I just was never good at expressing it.
Yeah.
So what if I just start getting pissed off all the time now? Wouldn't that be some shit, huh?
Well, maybe that'd be healthy for you.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
might be healthy for
Yeah.
me. But
Once in a while.
once in a while.
Flip
You don't
your
actually,
wig.
you don't piss me off though. So that's,
Well trained.
yeah.
What?
Is your favorite button of
Yeah,
the
I
day.
love it, dude.
So I was able to, like, this is like from, 15 plus years ago.
So you go way back.
Way back, dude. Like, yeah, way back. And I was able to let a lot of that go. And when I finally let go of that anger, I had space for other stuff. And for me, I think it was gratitude
Yeah.
for other things that I didn't even know but you feel lighter. And I just felt like I was able to release so much. It was like a lot of cathartic, expressive work, which I don't do
Yeah.
ever, which now I'm starting to, like, because a lot of times if I'm feeling something, I don't even know how to describe how it is that I'm feeling.
I used to fuck with you and say like, hey, use your words,
Oh yeah.
which is a very bad idea.
Don't
Husbands.
say that.
Husbands of the world.
Don't say that.
Well, because I want to know what you're feeling. If you're
Yeah.
not happy with something, I'm kind of like, tell me. Your
Yeah.
initial instinct is quiet,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. Like, are you
Yeah.
pissed? Are you happy?
Yeah.
That's why I
And
say
then
that.
you say you haven't actually. I just realized you haven't said that since.
You told me to don't do that.
Yeah.
Which it's all. It's
Yeah.
healthy. You told me I didn't do it, but I think that was neat. You don't know
Yeah.
how to verbalize
Yeah.
it, or that's what something you struggle
Yeah.
with.
So since then, I started. Well, I've done it a few times, but started journaling. Just write everything. No right or wrong. No nothing.
Yeah.
Just start writing down how you feel, and it helps to, like, you kind of go through a process of figuring out if you're upset about something, what it is that you're upset about, but you can guide through it yourself. Or if it's even something good, like, it doesn't always have to be bad. End of the day, if it's something bad that happened or whatever, or if something's like kind of sitting with you, like something that, I don't know, maybe somebody like flipped you off on the road and
Yeah.
you're like, you've been kind of pissed off since then.
Yeah.
Then you can kind of
Maybe somebody mounts the vanity in the wrong place in the bathroom.
T. So you can kind of trace it back, and I've literally just started doing it. I've never done any expressive type of work before, so it's very new to me, but I'm going to try,
Yeah.
or I'm going to start doing that.
How was that starting? So they throw you right into it, right? I'm
Yeah.
assuming. So it's like, are you apprehensive? What's your mind state?
I was ready. I was ready. Yeah. So I was ready to go in. I was like a freaking open book.
So you went there like, I'm actually going to
Yeah.
participate. Like,
There was no resistance. I felt so ready to do whatever it took.
Because I would probably be like apprehensive and
Yeah.
like, let me see what this is all about. This whole
I
charade.
thought of you most of the time, like, John, this is the moment John would leave.
I do like meditation though. Like I used to go to this place called Unplugged or something like that. It's basically like yoga without the yoga.
You did?
Yeah. Remember we were in Santa Monica?
Oh, the meditation.
Yeah.
I never went to that.
It was like a
one.
guided meditation. I enjoy that. I feel like I'm good at losing myself in that. I like that.
You are. So for me, it was like, where did I talk about it? Maybe on Twitter or something. I couldn't even get a massage or do yoga because I can't turn off. And it would start to like go into this really like, it's, conversations with myself. And then it would start going like more and more negative. And then I couldn't veer it back to get off of that. So I would have like a miserable experience if I was doing yoga. So this kind of forced me to like, when I went back to my room and I went to bed, it's like I don't have anything to distract myself with, which I was doing quite a bit, I think.
Do you get bored though, or what's like did you think
I was a little bored.
Would you have anxiety of like, I'm missing out on something?
No, I didn't have any FOMO or anything like that.
Because like sometimes when you lose your phone for like an hour and you're just like, oh my God, the world's over.
Yeah.
Like that feeling, where it's,
yeah.
Did you have that ever or no?
I never had that there, but I think it's also because everybody knew that I was gone.
Oh, you prepped people.
I mean, I prepped all the people, like you knew, obviously, that I wasn't able to be reached.
Didn't like it.
I didn't like that. So now that I have my phone back, though, like yesterday, I left it in the bedroom when I was getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I gotta go. What if John called me because something happened? Like he needs to know like what I think about, you know, certain stuff at the office. So I still have that. And I don't know if that's gonna change. I'm not sure. I actually realized yesterday when we left lunch, my phone was on airplane mode.
Oh my God.
And I don't even remember putting it on airplane mode.
I mean, it's great.
But maybe I just did it so I wouldn't even be like bothered during lunch.
That's smart.
You know?
I like that.
So I think probably for you, you're my only person that I would be like, oh shit, I need to make sure that he...
Make me all feel special.
Yeah. Or, you know, maybe Cran or something. Like,
yeah. Or Zoe.
Yeah. Like, you're the only person that would need an answer from me right away, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that's the only time I feel that now. But, like, getting into bed the past 2 nights, you know, last night I was like, do we need to watch this right now?
Yeah.
It was, you put on, like, 60 Minutes, but it was like a...
Yeah, it was about like
it was sad.
Seals. Yeah,
it was sad.
Story.
It was really sad, and I was like, dude, I can't take this right because I still haven't.
Bed, yeah.
I haven't watched any news yet, and it's like obviously I want to be informed, and it's not like I want to just close off to the world.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I really need to limit how much I'm taking in a day.
I don't think news should be 24 hours a day.
It shouldn't. Well, you know, I'm heavy on Twitter. I'm always talking about like, oh my God, I saw this on Twitter. Like,
yeah.
A lot of it's really funny shit, which isn't a bad thing.
There's a lot of news and
but there's so much
ship disasters happen all the time on Twitter. And
yes, but it's always something, right? Like there's always something going on that everybody's reporting about, and a lot of times it ends up being the same story regurgitated 100 times throughout the day.
Yeah.
And I realized to myself like how, because I internalize a lot, so when I was reading that, I would like absorb a lot of it.
You get angry
into my day. Yeah.
I can see that.
And so I'm like, okay, how do I not do that now? Like, how can I take that with me? Because I think that would be super beneficial to me now that I'm back. And I'm in this, like, I don't want to go and not do all the things that I was doing before, but I don't want to do like to the same level. I think I still have to practice how I absorb things.
Yeah.
And then kind of go in baby steps from there.
So was there a specific thing in your life where you're like, okay, I need to do a little fact finding or like personal exploration, or was there a catalyst for you for this?
I think it was just over time. And, you know, I did blame social media a lot for this.
Okay. Is that accurate or not accurate?
I think it's more so me.
That's how you
I think it was how I was perceiving a lot of things.
Yeah.
Not even things that were to me. Like when I saw things happen to other people, influencers, I felt it.
Yeah.
And it would make me feel however it would make me feel. I just noticed it was like a lot of negative, like self-critical negative talk, and it was just getting like louder and louder and louder, and I just felt like I had no space for anything else.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dude, I just need to go like do something, even if it's just turn off for a week, like
vacation.
Yeah.
Personal.
But I don't think a vacation would have done it. Like me taking, even now or before I went, sometimes on weekends I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna go on my phone today, or I'm gonna stay off my phone, but I still somehow either always end up on it or thinking about it.
Yeah.
And thinking about it to me is like the same thing as being on it.
For sure.
You know? Where it's like, oh, I should be doing this, or what's going on here, you know? So for me, that was kind of why I went. And it was just like, I was so self-critical. Like I would bash myself all the time. Do
you have to be like experienced in meditation or like a yoga person, or is there any like prepping that you need to do before you go to this thing? Like, do they recommend any like
No, there was no prepping. I do feel like if I had more experience in that, it would have been helpful for me. Mm-hmm. Because being in my own thoughts was like, it was like torture for me for like the first 7 days.
Really?
Yeah. It was really hard for me. But it kind of made me realize like how much I avoid it.
So is that what it is? It's hard because you don't want to go there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so you kind of intentionally like, it's kind of like doing the hardest thing last. So you're just like, I don't want to do it. I'm gonna do it later.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing with your feelings?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Was there ever a moment where you're like, I gotta go. I can't do this. I quit?
No.
Because I think I would have that, I think.
So what's interesting is I get frustrated, but I get like silent. You get frustrated and you're like, I'm out of here.
I'll make it very clear.
That's that's like I would say the main, I mean, obviously we have a lot of differences, but that's like one of our main differences in how we react to things.
If I don't like something, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm clear, and it's period.
It's
period, dude.
Straight up.
But again, I think I wish I had more perseverance. I think you're going to go all the way through with it.
Yeah. I mean, I was definitely not leaving. What was I going to leave to? Like, come back home and then what?
Still have the same problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I have more awareness now, but it's also like, how do I completely stop it? But I think it's a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. And I know that I forgot what I was going to say just now, but my hand is ready.
Did you have a goal, a specific goal in mind going? Like, you're just like, this is something I want to get rid of. Like, did you have what do they call it? Like they say like, this is your practice or whatever. Like, what do they call it? Like a mantra? Yoga? Something like that.
Like a mantra. I just wanted, because I know, like, what was it? We were watching like old videos one day. I feel like I used to be so much more peppy and like not give a fuck.
Silly.
That's like, I really used to, silly, fun. And I noticed like I would start to, it was like a lot of different, it was like a cycle of things that I would be doing, but I would stop doing fun things because I felt like I had to be doing something else. And have I always been like that?
No, I mean, I would say that part of it comes with age.
Yeah.
Like we have
more responsibility. Yeah.
Obviously, like we're not the same person we were in college where it's like, if we fuck up, shit matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it matters. Exactly.
It does. There's people depending on us. Yeah. It's like, it's more at stake.
Yeah.
So I think that you become more cautious. Also, maybe with social media, perspectives can change so quickly on the internet that you're just like, maybe I don't want to even risk it. Even if it's not even
I think I just like put myself in this little box, and then
you're just like, I gotta be safe. I gotta be.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, I'm bored. Like, honestly, you guys, I felt bored. I felt really bored, and I felt uninspired, and I knew that I haven't always been that way, and I didn't want to be that way anymore. And I think that was like my main thing. So the shell has been broken. The bitch is about to come back out sometime soon. So that was like and I know it was like a circle of things that I would be doing, but I did have like some other specific things that were pretty personal that I wanted to work through, which I did, which was huge for me. And I was able to like release a lot of baggage. I unloaded a few bags that I had, and that felt great. Like I didn't even think it was possible for me to do that, and I did it.
So
done.
Done. Okay, so this specific situation, is it like a one-on-one thing? Is it a group situations? Is it like, do I have to be comfortable sharing? Like, I'm not good at public speaking. Yeah. I get nervous talking in front of groups of people, surprisingly, even though we do this, right?
But can I just sidebar that real quick? So I noticed I feel like I always used to be fairly comfortable speaking in front of people. Like in group projects, I don't think I ever remembered caring. Do you remember that? I think I was like, whatever.
I mean, on the rare days that you actually did any of the work.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I think you liked talking because you didn't do any of the work. So you wanted the credit for it.
Honestly, you make me sound so terrible, and I don't think I was that bad.
Everybody has someone like that.
I don't think I was that bad.
You weren't, but I'm allowed to give you a hard time. That's what this relationship's
all about. But I
kind of
like, I feel like now I'm ready to talk about it, and I'm ready to clear that up. I don't even know how we got off on that tangent.
Well, I was just kind of talking about, you were talking about public speaking.
Oh, yeah. So I did. My friend asked me to go speak at, she's a coach, and she asked me to go speak at her college to some of her team about something. And I went, and I always thought before that I was okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought I was like, all right at it. And then when I went to that, when I got up there, I was just like, oh my God, I haven't talked to people in a long time. And I think that's one of the crazy things is like people expect those that are online or have a social media presence to be really good in front of people. But in reality, it can be very opposite because we're by ourselves so often.
Yeah. And you can kind of redo the snap if it's not good.
Yeah,
just do it again,
exactly.
Like it's possible.
So I think a lot of people like meet YouTubers, and if they're not really like extroverted, it's kind of like, what is going on? Who is this person? Yeah, who is this person? Yeah. I always thought I was really extroverted too.
I think it switches.
I think I go back and forth. I'm very extroverted when I'm in a comfortable group.
Yep.
But I think as I've gotten older, I've gotten a little bit more and more. I
think that's normal though, dude. I think it's, but if you want to be more extroverted, now's the time to make a change.
But I think I only became that way because I was so self-critical.
Probably.
Like in group settings.
I'm introverted and I love it.
Yes, you are.
Nothing I would do differently.
But see, I don't know if I was always that way. It's kind of hard to remember, but I was comfortable because I knew like what I was about to be doing. Like I knew the direction I was about to be going. I knew what I wanted to unload.
Yeah.
And so I felt comfortable doing it. And I had just visited family like the day before. So I was already like
on edge.
It was already like heavy.
Did you feel like it's a safe environment when you got there? Like
100%.
Was there any part of it where you were like, I don't know if I can trust these people? Because that's something I would think about.
Yeah.
You right when you walk in, you're like, okay, this is.
Yeah. I just felt really safe, and even like now I feel gratitude for that whole experience because it felt so safe. The environment I think was really special because it was so closed off from the rest of the world that I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even cross my mind, which is kind of crazy because I'm sure now, like when you're out here in the real world.
I'm asking you because I'm concerned, you know,
it's
like I don't know if I would tell people that.
It's kind of like there's a lot of people that I wouldn't share my deepest like
I mean,
baggage with, right?
Sure.
I mean, most of the time you don't want to unload that on somebody as well. There's like that feeling. There's another thing I saw on Twitter that like it was like ask somebody if you can vent to them before you do, because maybe they're not in the place to like hold it.
Was there like a eureka moment for you where it's like, wow, I just really worked through something that I didn't even know, or like was there a fact that you found out about yourself that you were just like, this changed my whole life?
I don't know if I had that.
Okay.
Which I don't like saying because I've been like, why didn't I have that moment? And I've been self-critical. Like, did I not do something right?
Even
where
if
I didn't have that
a
moment.
couple little moments, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I was just, I'm wondering, like, was there like oh my God?
For me, it was definitely like, I thought everybody else was being critical of me, but it was actually me to myself.
Okay.
So it kind of like fucked me up a little bit because it even added a little bit more blame. It kind of kept the circle keep going.
Blame game.
Yeah, the blame game. So but I did realize it's like not the world against me, because I think that's maybe how I felt before. And then I realized that that's not actually the case.
Okay.
You know?
Do you think that's a win?
That's a win.
I would say it's a pretty major win.
That's a win.
All right. So can I ask you a question then?
Yes.
I'm curious, is this for me? You know, not specifically me, but for someone at home, right? They might wonder if this is for them. I'm stressed, but I know what my stressors are. You know, I know it's work. I know I don't have a personal life, but I'm happy at the same time. You know, I feel like I wish there was a better balance, which I'm working towards. But I like the pressures that I have on myself right now. I feel good about it. I think I know what my problems are. I don't know that I would need something like this. I'm not looking for some sort of answers. I know I have baggage from my parents and stuff and things that I haven't unpacked. I don't really want to.
Really?
I'm fine. I'm fine with it. You know, I'm moving on.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I think is holding me back. I feel like I'm in a great place. I wish I had a better relationship with my family. Maybe this would allow me to do that.
I think so.
But I don't know. I don't feel like I'm searching for anything, you know, like that's my concern. So it's like, what do you say to someone that thinks they have the answers? Could this be
it's
for
not
them?
like I would never force somebody to do it's not like I came home and I was like, you have to go.
Yeah.
Like you have to go do something like this. I think it's for people that want something.
Yeah.
So you don't feel it. You're not like, I'm looking for answers, or I'm looking for how I can do something different. I'm in this like vicious cycle of doing this shit that leads me to feel a certain way.
Fair enough.
So you don't have that. And I didn't have that with you. But there are people out there that have something that they want to break through, no matter what it is. Like it could be a billion different things, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
anything. Like if you feel stuck about something, or you keep doing the same shit over and over again, and you're like, why do I keep doing that?
Yeah, where is this coming from?
Like, why do I keep doing this?
Why do I feel this way every time this happens? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, like I had a couple different things. Like the self-critical thing, I think is going to take a long time for me, but I'm like aware, which also kind of sucks when you're like aware that you're being critical of yourself. But like, I'm hoping that I can snap myself out of it. And like, I'm hoping that if I start expressing more every single day, that maybe I won't like beat myself up as often.
I assume like I feel weird using this analogy, like how it's like training a dog or whatever. How about like working out? You have to keep it up, right? For it to actually stay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that this class was great and it helped you unpack some shit, but you're going to have to keep it up in some capacity. Do they give you tools to do that, or how
They do.
Okay.
Yeah. They give you some tools. For me, I think the best thing is going to be journaling. I'm going to try. I've already fallen off and it's been like 2 days. But I did it over the weekend while I was by myself. And I think it helped me kind of like figure some shit out. Because it's funny, even when I was a kid, I was like talking to my mom and she was like, your thing was, I would get really frustrated when I couldn't figure out assignments from teachers, which I had the exact same problem last week.
Yeah.
And I would get so mad, or it would be like, I'm not doing it right. And then my other thing was she made fun of me for the longest time. And I'm now thinking like how this probably carries over into a lot of different places in my life where I'd be like crying when I was little, right? And she'd be like, what's wrong? And I'd be like, I don't know. And she would like ask me where it hurts, and I didn't even know. And I was hungry. Like that was my problem, was that I was hungry. But even now I wonder like how long I've been feeling something and I didn't know what it was.
That's crazy, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think for me, it was like kind of opening my eyes to shit that I've been doing my whole life that I didn't really know. So who knows how long I've been doing that for, you know? So I'm going to practice.
I look forward to meeting this new you.
Yeah, I'm going to practice doing that.
Yeah. I was very concerned that you were going to not like me. I was just like, well, you never know what you're going to unpack.
Yeah.
First concern was, are you happy?
Yeah.
Second concern is,
what about me?
Do I got to move out?
No.
I wanted to make sure I wasn't a part of the problem here.
No, you were not a part of the problem at all.
Sick.
I definitely have more gratitude for you.
Thanks, Tyler. I appreciate you too. LOVE.
LOVE.
So is there anything right off the bat that is changing in your life now that you're putting in action today or tomorrow, or what's the goal for?
I mean, it can be very, very small. So even something as simple, this might sound crazy, but I hated getting dressed every day. I absolutely hated it.
Why?
Because we had a jean conversation, a denim conversation, I think in the other podcast. And I just was like, you know what? Fuck jeans. None of them fit me because my body isn't right.
Yeah.
That's how I felt forever. Or like, I can't wear this because it's not perfect. You know what I mean? Like, they're not tailored the right way. They're a little bit too long. Yeah. And guess who's wearing jeans today, dude?
Dude, you were wearing jeans on the couch last night.
Yeah, I was wearing jeans on the couch last night.
Big day.
Big day. So I know it's very small, but it's like...
It's a jean victory.
It's a jean victory. And for me, it was like, I felt like every day that I got dressed, I had to be getting dressed as if I was taking like photos or something.
Yeah.
So it made me not want to get dressed at all. And I would just wear like really, really baggy clothes all day long.
So you're putting into action.
So for me, like, I was just like, dude, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, it was really like, it took so much. And like I said, I know it's probably going to sound really like stupid.
We're not judging this.
We're not
if you guys judge, I'll knock you the fuck out.
But for me, it was like, I just want to like get dressed and have that not be a stressful point for me for the day.
I'm sure a lot of people feel that same way.
Yeah. So like also getting ready for events, you have that feeling, right? Where it's just like, I don't have anything to wear. There's nothing in my closet. I'm too fat for everything. Like these are all things that I've said before and that I don't want, like I really don't want to do it anymore. Like my makeup's not perfect. My hair's not perfect. And I don't know if it was like, I kind of put it on social media. Like I feel like I'm supposed to look this way. And I think that was a lot of what I was saying to myself. Like projecting that I felt like I had to be a certain way.
Gotcha.
You know, but obviously I'm on stories looking a mess all the time. So it's not like, no shade to myself.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's something that I couldn't do. You know what I mean? So it was just.
It's a mental barrier.
It's a mental barrier. And it was just this like cycle that I would go through. And, you know, I went through that period of not going to events because that was such a intense stress for me that I didn't even want to deal with it. And so I wouldn't go.
So you're putting that into practice.
Yeah.
Now.
I mean, it was a couple different things. Like one of them was that. The other one was just like, I was really exhausted. Like I've been burnt out, completely burnt out recently. And it was something I didn't even want to address or talk about openly because I didn't want people to think that I was asking for like sympathy, because I'm not, from like, you know, people that are watching. Because I always put myself in like, what is the perception going to be? Are people like, oh, poor thing? Like, you know, like, but it was just like, I was having a hard time and I didn't want it to be known because I wasn't ready to like fix it yet.
Yeah.
Or like, I didn't know what I needed to do to fix it yet. So it wasn't something that I wanted to talk about. I don't even know if what I said just made sense.
No, it did. I think it does. I don't think it's related specifically to social media.
Yeah. But it's just because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So
in the same respect, I think you jumped into this just because you liked makeup.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you weren't an actor. You know, you don't have like that connection. Some people can turn on a character when the camera starts rolling and they're good at that.
Yeah.
You're literally just documenting who you are.
Yeah.
You're just, you know, figuring it out day by day.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay, but I get what you're saying is like you're perceived as an expert It should be all gravy.
Yeah, it should be all gravy perfect, all right? The time. Yeah.
Yeah. Even you, like before you went, can I tell a little story? There's a little insight into you. You were scared at telling people, I think because maybe there's a stigma of like, oh, something's wrong. I'm going to do some research on myself. A little bit, probably. I think we have to remove the stigma of it's okay to do like some self-help shit.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I would love to have someone to speak to. Like even this right now is therapeutic for me. I'm glad we have this outlet, you know? I think it's cool to have like a therapy outlet or something. I think it's kind of has like a negative connotation, like something's broken. Right. But it's not really. No. Even at the highest level, I just want to keep getting better. Like just with training, how you're training better, you're trying to get more efficient. With YouTube, we're trying to get better. I think it's just bettering yourself, even like in any capacity. So there is a little bit of a stigma.
Yeah, and I think maybe we're like on the borderline generation where it's becoming
more normal.
It's becoming more normal. I mean, I personally feel like it's normal. I've always thought it's normal, but I've been like, do I want to say anything? Like because I wasn't the best at expressing. So I'm like, do I talk about how I'm feeling when I don't even know exactly what it is?
Well, maybe work it out. You know, I think it's okay to work it out with people.
Yeah.
What's cool is
but like talking about it online, is that like something that I wanted to do? It wasn't really something that I was.
It might not help you. It might hurt you.
Yeah, it wasn't something I was, because I would always take like a funny approach to it.
Same.
You know, like that's kind of.
You make fun of yourself.
Yeah, make fun of myself, and I didn't think that, especially with editing, you look back on it. And it's like, oh, did I say that right? I don't want somebody to perceive that a certain way.
It's tough.
Because obviously there are people that are a lot of people with diagnosed depression, anxiety, and like, I'm not diagnosed with depression or anxiety, but I did feel sad and I did feel anxious at times. But I know there are people that really, really struggle, and I was just feeling.
Yeah. I think there's levels to it in all capacities.
Levels, for sure. I went in having like these very self-critical, negative thoughts, and I wanted to get a better understanding as to why. Yeah. And then I'm coming out with a better understanding as to why.
Okay, so now wrapping it up, do you feel like it was
Are you done with me now?
No, I mean, we keep going. Do you feel like you are happy that you did it? And do you feel like you're in a better place now than when you went in there? Like, was it worth the week of your time and 10 days or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think just stepping away, because I don't think I ever would have done it, like stepped away from my phone for that. I always thought, do I just need to take a vacation? Is that what it is? Like, I need to take a vacation, right?
Well, you probably need both.
Me and you booking a trip.
I think we need to do both.
Yeah, we need to do both. Yeah. But now I feel better, like I could actually be present on a vacation. I knew that going on a vacation was not the answer for me. And I'm very grateful that I was able to do that and able to experience something like that, because obviously it's a lot to just kind of take off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually really impressed that you made time for it. Yeah. Because I personally can't even make time for my wisdom teeth. Like, I keep going, there's going to be a better time. There's going to be a better time. There is no better time. Now is the time.
I felt like I had to go. Yeah. Like, there was no other option. At that point, like I remember when I was booking it, it was the week that I was looking at was I think next week, and it was booked, and I was like, I'm screwed. That's honestly what I said. I was like, it's over. This is years over. I'm done.
Whole life is over.
I'm done. My life is over. And I was able to get in like
a little critical of yourself.
2 weeks, a little critical. And I honestly felt like I can't keep going on the way I was going on, but I didn't know like what to do, and I think it was turning off completely for a week was like the only solution for me.
I'm happy that you did it.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Do I seem different since I got home?
I think you're actually talking. So Cran said the same thing.
She did?
Yeah, you're speaking slower.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like there's less of an urgency to you. You're thinking more. Yeah, I can tell that you're analyzing it. You're not just giving the answer that's like the direct answer. There's a little bit more intention with what you're saying. What you're saying, I think. I said this when Katy called me Saturday. You sounded how you sounded when we started dating. Yeah. You sounded younger. I don't know how to describe that. You just had more joy. Yeah. Even though you maybe sound like you had just cried for a week. Like you sounded like a little tired, and maybe like you were tired.
Exhausted.
You were like, I don't know, you were sounding cute. Yeah. It was cute. Why you don't cry?
Well, don't make me cry then.
Okay. I don't know. I was happy that sound, it felt like you were rejuvenated. I felt bad throwing you right back into work.
You did that, huh?
Yeah, here we are.
I think it was good though, because like for me, even just the solo time, I thought that I really like to be alone, but I don't think that I do.
You like buddies.
I like buddies. What I was doing before was just like always having TV on or something.
You like sound.
I like sound
going on. Yeah.
And since I've been home, I haven't done that.
Do you think you like that because it's like it's a way to avoid exploring your own thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. So 100%. It's an avoidance thing.
Yeah. It's an avoidance thing. I think I never before, like when we would go do something fun, I couldn't actually like enjoy it. Recently. This hasn't been for a long time, I don't think, because I think I was having some really good times.
No comment.
What?
You were a wild one.
Like I was down, you know? Like, let's do it. Let's go.
Turn up.
I'm down. Turn up.
Yeah.
But I felt like doing something fun, I wasn't able to like fully do it. Like let go of whatever it is that I thought I should be doing and actually enjoy myself. Mm-hmm. So that's something I'm going to be working on. Another thing I wanted to do, like I have things that I want to like actually stop and enjoy. Like the backyard that we did. We haven't, I mean, it's been winter, but it's like LA winter, you know?
Yeah, it's like 70.
It's like 70.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to go outside and like chill. Like, why don't we have coffee out there in the morning or something? I'm like,
I hear you, dude. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I think we should end it on that note.
You ready to
There's
cancel this shit
There's
out,
a beautiful backyard back there.
Yeah.
Let's go play.
Yeah.
I suggest you guys share, like, comment, subscribe, and then go play outside.
Share, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your experience.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's a good talk.
Thanks
Missed talking to you.
I was talking to you too.
Don't ever fucking leave me again.
I won't.
I swear to God.
I won't. Love you
I hope you guys enjoyed this.
So much.
And we'll catch you in the next episode.
You didn't hear what I said, huh?
I love you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.